Okay, guys, what is up? It is Flexpoint. We are going to do a commentary on the new champion, Illaoi Squiggly Tentacles Davy Jones champion. Luckily, I'm going against one, and I say luckily I'm going against one because we can see the mistakes she makes and the mistakes that I don't make. All right, so let's get started. Gonna make me a little smaller.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
All right, so one of the things that I saw when I first read up about this champion is just by looking at her level 1. Let's just look by looking at her early game damage. We're gonna look at that first as soon as I decide to wake up. Okay, there I go. Level up Q. Now let's look at the damage. Okay, this is something to note, and I think we should pay attention to this. Of all the top laners, the highest damage spell is Rise, I believe. Rise's Q I think it deals like 100 some damage, 105, maybe 90. Actually got nerfed, so it might be less. Regardless, this is gonna get nerfed. Her Tentacle Smash level 1 is 111 damage. There is no spell that I can think of right now at level 1 that deals over 100 damage. At level 1. Okay, I could be wrong, but if we look at like Darius, Renekton, Aurelia, Jax, there's nothing that deals 100 damage right off the bat. I mean, I think even Jax's W, if you do Jax with his W, it's like 40 plus your basic attack, which is like 60 something. So I guess maybe that's 100, but regardless, the single damage nuke that you get level 1 from this champion is pretty broken. Just looking at that alone. So this is already a lot of damage, and I think it's probably going to get nerfed. Alright, so you passively, I'm going to break this down so y'all can, it's going to be a long video because I'm going to break everything down. You passively bring out these tentacles that come out of the ground just by walking. Okay, the cooldown is like every 15 seconds or something. So, Prophet of Elder God pops out tentacles, okay? And this is really, really, really important, okay? Tentacles are nearby impassable terrain, okay? So that's one. They can't jump through it, which is cool. 2, tentacles swing at spirits, vessels, and victims of Harsh Lesson. Now that's where you have to pay attention, okay? Because Harsh Lesson is your W. Alright, well, and when we get to there, when I start using it, I'll show you exactly what it does. But you need to keep that in mind when you use this champion, that they passively swing at spirits, vessels, and victims of your W. Alright? Now when they say victims of W, that means you can W minions, you can W anything, and they'll slap it. They'll slap at them. Okay. Let's go over Test of Spirit. I don't even know how to say her name. Illaoi rips the spirit from a foe's body, forcing it to stand before her, so she can teach them a lesson. Illaoi calls on the power of her god to pull the spirit from an enemy champion for 10 seconds. The spirit can be attacked by Illaoi and her allies, and echoes 25 plus 6.7% of the damage the target takes. So basically what it does, it's like Mordekaiser ultimate. When you pop someone and you kill them and the shadow comes out, that is exactly what this does. And you can actually kill the shadow and deal damage to the main character. Obviously you're not going to kill them, but still it's like really, really good. And here's the thing, if you kill the spirit, it slows them, and it procs Test of the Spirit. If the spirit dies or the target leaves its range, the target becomes a vessel. Vessels spawn a tentacle every 10 seconds for 1 minute. Now, the vessel here meaning the enemy. Okay, so if you get the enemy champion and proc your Test of Spirit on them, they'll spawn your tentacles around them every 10 seconds for 1 full minute until they kill 3 of them, or the whole minute goes the whole minute duration. Okay, and they are slowed by 80%, decaying over 2 seconds. So they can be they can recall. Okay, but if you proc your W on them or your E, they're still going to sprout tentacles and slap them. Like, you're going to see in this game, I kill somebody, and I'm, like, way far away, and I'm like, how did I kill this guy? And then I actually see it. Okay. Tentacles swing at vessels, dealing your Q damage. Okay, we already knew that, though. Her ultimate, Leap of Faith. Illaoi smashes her idol to the ground. Her idol is what she carries, dealing 150 plus 12 physical damage to nearby enemies. A tentacle spawns for each champion hit, and for the next 8 seconds, tentacles swing 50% faster. Are untargetable, meaning you can't kill them. And Harsh Lesson has a 2-second cooldown, which is OP. Alright, so... By the way, when you activate your E on somebody and take their spirit and then ulti, you proc one for them too, for that too. So that's another thing to keep in mind. This also counts for shadows. This also procs a Mordekaiser ultimate. So Mordekaiser ulti has like a champion near him. This will also activate another tentacle. This champion is very, very exciting. Another thing to look in mind is the Illaoi Q. Illaoi is healed for 5% of her missing health whenever a tentacle damages the champion. Now, what do we know? We know when we go top lane and we see champions that are like, that have a percent health heal. For example, Darius. We'll go ahead and use Tahm Kench's passive. Thinking of others that have percent health heal. I can only think of those two. My mind's going 100 miles an hour. Wow, 100 miles. Because this new champion, and I'm very excited. The only one I can think of right now is Darius and Tahm Kench. Okay. What do we know about those two? What do those two have in common? They build tank. Okay. You can build tank, you build Spirit Visage, you increase the healing. You don't necessarily need a lot of damage. Okay, because you want to take full advantage of this heal. So, excuse me. Now that we know what each spell does, and again, you can always rewind, go back and read again, but I'm still going to go over it here. So exciting. I took Flash Exhaust into, and she took Flash Teleport. I think her early game, from what I've seen, Flash Ignite is okay, but I don't like it because she's very, very reliant on the tentacles sprouting out. See, there's one right there. So if there aren't tentacles around, you probably won't be dealing too much damage, so I actually don't like Ignite with her. So we're just going to melee here. See how she passively brings him out. I used my Q there. We're going to watch that again, nice slow motion, just to look at the last hitting. Just to look at how much damage, like how much health these minions need to have before I last hit them. So I look at this minion right here that's about to die, so I wait for it and then just slam my Q down. I also hit her with it. You can see the damage. Really important that, like, if you're an opponent, you need to kill these tentacles, right? Very, very important. One, they give gold. Two, it's a lot of potential damage that you're basically destroying. I'm going to pause and lower it down because I think this is too loud. No, go away. I don't want to watch this. So ideally, if we pause it here, her goal is to bring me into her tentacles, and mine is to bring her towards mine, to my tentacles. So ideally, you do not want to trade or fight. Unless, like, if you do get an unfavorable trade or fight, like let's say Renekton dashes in or Aurelia jumps in, Jax jumps in, you always have to run towards your tentacles. I get this, like, the same mechanic is on Gangplank barrels. If you throw a barrel down, you always want to run into it and use it as a defense mechanism. The exact same concept with these. Okay. How do I do free cam? Oh, it's S. So yeah, you definitely need like good lane awareness here. You need to know where they are, you need to know where you are, and whether or not you can bait it in. So level 2 I got my W, and the reason I got W level 2 was in case I get like a really unfavorable trade, I can jump back to a minion or something because it is a dash. It's a gap closer. Not that far though. So she spawns one there, first thing I do is kill it. Gotta kill those. Landed the Q. The Q wasn't for that much early, but it's nice. It's nice to have. Alright, so she hit me with an E here. So see how she kind of takes my spirit? And it cannot be controlled, cannot be moved. What she wants to do is she's trying to kill this and deal damage, because by dealing damage to this, she technically deals damage to me, if you can see. It's not that much, but it's only really good if you kill it. Like, she didn't kill it, so... But yeah, that's how that works. But when you kill it, some pretty crazy things happen. So there, right there, I brought hers in, and of course since I had a little tentacle here, it automatically slaps it since it's a spirit. Alright, so my goal is to kill this as soon as possible. Auto attack Q, just still killing it. Activated my W, that was my W right there. So I W'd, smacked her, and automatically this thing will focus the spirit. Because that's what your W does. When she strikes, nearby tentacles also swing at the target. That's for Harsh Lesson. So, trying to kill it. I kill it. She gets slowed. And now she has the debuff of I am but a vessel. This is what happens when you proc your E and actually kill the target. So this is the part that's crazy. Because now when she walks around, she springs out tentacles for me that slap her. Boom. So she needs to kill 3 of these for the debuff to like go away. Or wait the entire minute. So here's another one. Right there, same spot. That's just smacking her. That was my W, by the way. Where's the third? There's the third. Boom, just dealing damage to her, just like that. I like her last hit animation. It's okay. It's not. It feels kind of clunky, but it's fine. Like, I'm okay with it. I can get used to it. So as soon as I saw her trying to jump on and take this out, I jumped her. Boom, just like that. We're gonna watch that again and slow it down. This is gonna be a long video because I'm gonna show you exactly what happens. I use my W here to gap close because she tried to kill my tentacle. So by using my W and before she kills it, I hit her with my W, then my tentacle hits her, and then I hit her with my Q, just like that. Alright, so right here, I cast my W, or my E, sorry. Get her spirit. And of course, since it's a spirit, my tentacle is going to be focusing. And that's some good damage too. If I exhausted, I might have been able to kill her. Regardless, I'm just trying to kill this now, because it deals damage to her. So she's got the debuff, she's brought tentacles that are going to slap her. There's one, because technically she's already marked. Here's the second. Rest in peace, baby. Oh my god, I love this champion so much. This champion is so dumb. Like I said, so I procced my E, got the spirit, and you gotta remember, your tentacles passively hit anyone who is claimed, you know? So I kill this so I can mark her. And now she's officially got the debuff, right? So she is a vessel now, which means my tentacles always attack her. So she walks up too close to this one, and this one's like, yo, sup. And then this one's spouted back here, just like, boom, rest in peace. Oh, I love this champion. I was like, how did I kill her? And then I look and saw it, and I was like, oh my god, this champion is awesome. Alright, so that's a W. I'm pretty sure y'all should know right now. W is the gap closer, E is the dash. I mean, E is the spirit bond or whatever. I didn't even use exhaust there, that's so cool. Okay, so, like I said, I really am a big fan of the tank. She already deals a lot of damage. I killed her with just a Doran's Blade, okay? Alright, so first thing I get is Bammy Cinder. I get Bammy Cinder into Cloth Armor because Bammy Cinder really helps with the wave clear since your Q can hit all 6 minions. So my priority right here is to kill her tentacles. And I say I'm breaking this down because if you're going against an Illaoi, you need to kill the tentacles like all the time. The thing is, if she's in range though, you can't walk up to them because she'll W onto you and then you'll get hit by 2 tentacles. So just Mr. E. So I walk up here, she jumps in, and as soon as she hits me with a W, boom. Luckily I killed her before though, so I got pretty lucky there. But again, it was not a favorable trade, so I wouldn't suggest doing that unless she's like gone. She's already over here, so I'll go ahead and kill her. Again, just killing the tentacles. That's a lot of damage that you're killing there. And pretty much using Bammy Cinder. She dealt a lot of damage there, but it's okay because I got the soul. Popped my ultimate, brought out a tentacle because the little circle here is your ulti range. And I had their spirit there, so technically the spirit will pop out one of the tentacles. Now we both have each other's spirit, and I'm in trouble here because I'm lower. But you gotta remember that I'm tankier, and I have exhaust. So as soon as I jump in to deal the damage, there's the Q. As soon as I see her ultimate, boom, whip out the exhaust. She has 2 champions in there, because it's me and my spirit, so she brings out 2 tentacles. But the exhaust is dealing a lot of damage. Boom, just like that. So she burns the flash. It's a lot to handle, but ideally you want to use your ultimate as Illaoi when you have a spirit. So if you pop your E on somebody and claim the spirit, you have to get them two next to each other to bring out two tentacles. So that's ideally what you want. But again, I was tankier. It looked really bad for me if we look closely. I popped the E, she popped me out, and this is actually a really bad spot. If we pause it here, look at how much HP I have. I have 110 HP. Or 318, sorry, this one's me. I have 318 HP, and she's got 1, 2, 3 tentacles out. But I'm tankier, so I deal more damage. Just like that. Another thing is I killed her spirit, and she didn't kill mine. So that also plays a big role. Anyways, they were pinging Mia in the mid lane, so I recalled here. Yes, sure enough, Kindred was coming up. Alright, so I'm rushing the Sunfire Cape here. Again, I think the best thing to do here is to just rush armor and CDR. So she got my little spirit there, but she's not going to kill it because she doesn't have enough damage. Luckily for me. Again, I really like the Bammy Cinder here because I like the Bammy Cinder for the wave clear. Alright, so something to keep in mind to help with the wave clear. If you're next to a tentacle, just use your W on any minion and it'll proc towards that direction, such as like that. And it'll help you with your wave clear. I'm in for the ward because I knew I was going to get camped eventually. Flex point, I always get camped. Both landed at Q. I should have thrown an E out there. That would have been really good because I had a tentacle here to help me kill it. I think I fight her here when she comes up to kill this. Okay, no, I don't. She jumps in, but she doesn't have a tentacle, so it doesn't really help her out that much. It still deals damage. So I pop the E, and then as soon as I have these two together, I've already figured out that I need to ulti when both of them are here. So she pops hers, but I get out of it. I get out of the range. I think I come back in. Okay, I guess I don't. I should have ultied, but I didn't. Anyways, in comes Gabriel. And that's when I ulti. Pop one out, exhaust her. There's the Q into my W. Rest in peace. We'll slow down the combo so you can see it. I should have ultied here, and I think I would have still killed her. We'll slow it down. We'll look at me. I exhaust. I ulti to bring out the other tentacle. Next thing I do is auto attack into my W, Q, right there, combo. I think you should W first, honestly, before you Q. W first so you can get your tentacles to help, and then use your Q. So I did the combo backwards there. But I think I should have ultied. Whenever you have the spirit and that person next to each other, it's really good for an ultimate. Alright, so I finished Sunfire Cape, and then I go for I go for Randuin's, but then I think I changed my mind. I want to try and bait out a fight. We're pretty close in the farm department. See, when you W them and you don't have a tentacle around, it really doesn't do that much damage. So I see her tentacle pop up. First thing I want to do is kill her. She missed. Oh, she landed the ulti. So there's mine, and of course I do a lot more damage. What's up, Pato? Very, very easy. This champion is not that hard to grasp. Pops her W. I go in to kill this thing, and that's when she sees her opportunity to engage. But I already killed it, so now she pops her ulti. She did hit me with it, so she gets one tentacle right here. So hit her with a W, so my tentacle's slapping her. She ulties me. Oh wait, where the hell am I? Okay, I thought I was the blue one for a second, but I'm the red one. That's her ultimate. I hit a W, which means the tentacle procs on her. And then I pop my ulti right there. Boom. So now I have the tentacle here that's still hitting her, and I have a new one that's spread out right here. So as soon as I hit my Q, or my W, which is right here, this is a W right there. Boom, this tentacle slaps her. She's exhausted, so I'm gonna deal a ton of damage. Rest in peace. But that's where you want to be. You want to have tentacles everywhere. Okay, that's like ideally where you want to be. So she went Cleaver, I went Sunfire, and I slaughtered her. Like, this champion, you need to go tank with her. You do not need to go damage. I think the recommended build is like, if you want to go mid lane Illaoi and go full AD, then sure, you can go that build. But if you're going to go top laner, you're going to be a bruiser. You have to be a bruiser. So next thing I'm getting is my Titanic Hydra. I was going to get Sterix Gauge, but I said, you know, let me go with Titanic, let me stack the HP, and we'll go from there. Because the more HP you have, the more heal you get from your Q, because it is 5% of your max health. Oh wait, no, it's missing health. Oh man, if it was max health, that'd be so broken. Regardless, I'm still going to stack the HP against her, since she's going full damage. I already have some armor. Really easy to split push with the Sunfire Cape and your Q. Really simple. So I recall, get my Titanic Hydra, and go back up there. I get a cloth armor because I know I'm still going to go build more armor. I still don't have that much CDR. I think I have 5% CDR, so I definitely need more. So getting Frozen Heart after Sunfire Cape might be okay, like to go. But we'll go into the build path a little more later on in the video. Alright, so here's a 2v1 fight. She hits me with a knee, so I pop my ulti and get 1, 2, 3 tentacles. Now this is just a big mess. There's her ultimate. So she gets 2 tentacles. This is a big old mess. This is a 1v2. 2v1, full tank. I'm at a little less than half HP. I mean, my goal there, I popped my ulti when both of them were near me because I know that I can get more tentacles out. There's 2 tentacles. First thing I did was Q because I needed to Q so that all the tentacles start slapping. I exhausted the, I got exhausted. Unfortunately, I got the Spirit of Alistair when I meant to get it of the other Illaoi. But I needed to kill Illaoi before Alistair, so I didn't even go for the Spirit. I went straight for the Illaoi. Boom. Slapped by 2 tentacles, rest in peace. That's a huge mess. I mentioned it earlier, but whenever you have your ultimate up, your W goes on, instead of a regular average 3.8 second cooldown, it's 2 seconds flat. So whenever your ulti is out, you need to spam your W like over and over and over again. And that's where the damage comes from, because whoever you W gets hit by all the tentacles. Again, I'm forcing fights here, you know, because I'm tanky, I know I'm strong. I got tentacles coming out of nowhere. There's my W, so as soon as I W, this one hits. Then I hit with my Q. Not too worried. Again, I'm just here waiting for my passive to bring up some tentacles, chilling. This is a pretty good beta by our team, honestly. I wanted to fight here, but the The ulti was proc here, which means I didn't want to I didn't want to like dive in. That was really good, because I baited that out. Or I hit him as he was diving in, so as soon as he jumped in, Gabriel comes in clutch. Kills the Twitch. And look where I'm at right now. I'm at a little over 1k, I'm at 30% HP. W in. NQ. And I'm tanky, so I do a lot of damage. There's the 66 HP back from the heal. I mean, it's good. Like, I'm just, tanky is better with this champion. If I was full damage, I'm pretty sure I died at Twitch. Alright, so I'm recalling here. I recall, I finish, I get the Glacial Shroud and Merc Shreds. I get the Merc Shreds because you do get slowed by Illaoi, and they do have Alistair and Nunu, so. Got the Merc Shreds and the Glacial Shroud for CDR. Grabbed his Spirit. Oh, he's dead there. Boom. Get the ulti, bring out the tentacles, and they're just slapping that Nunu. Look at that. They're just slapping him. Boom. Grab the Spirit. Kill the Alistair Ghost. Now watch this. I just killed the Alistair Spirit, so he's marked. I'm over here trying to kill these guys, and here in comes a tentacle that just starts slapping Alistair. Alright, so watch this. Poor guy. Where is it? Do I kill him? Boom! It wasn't even meant for her, but I killed her with it. Since this guy's marked, and you can tell because the map is all weird, it sprouts out a tentacle and slaps toward Alistair's direction. So she jumps toward it, and then boom, she gets slapped by it. Oh god, I love this champion. That is awesome. And Pesca wanted this farm, so I gave it to her. Man, that's a lot. That's a lot of damage. Alright, so here comes their Illaoi, who wants to kill me, I guess. So I said, okay. I have exhaust. He gets the Spirit. Starts trying to kill it. Problem. That's my W active, by the way. Get her Spirit. And now my goal is to kill the Spirit and deal damage to her like that. Ulti it, just so I can get one tentacle to come out. And boom, baited and outsmarted. Again, I ultied nothing except the Spirit, but I still get a tentacle out of it. So that's pretty much all I need, because I'm pretty desperate for a tentacle here. All I have is this one back here, and it's obviously not going to reach. So I grab her Spirit and then ulti the Spirit just to deal extra damage to it. There I get a tentacle right here, and I'm able to deal damage to her. Boom, just like that. Broken. OP. I love this champion. I love this champion so much. It's so dumb. Highly balanced. And I believe they forfeit here. Unreal, this champion. Like, I'm sure you can go like Renekton with Ignite and you can cheese her, sure. I mean, she's subject to early game harass. All she has is her Q. That's all she has. Okay, unless, because the tentacles don't really sprout out in the middle of the map, in the middle of the lane, so you're pretty much suspect to early game harass. Level 1 and 2, 3, you know. So if you go someone like Renekton with Ignite, you can definitely kill her, which is why I prefer Exhaust. But, I mean, 8-0-6, 230 farm at the most farm in the game. I mean, this champion is ridiculously strong if you play correctly. Use your tentacles. This is just, I think this champion came natural to me because of the mechanic with the tentacles. It just mimics Gangplank barrels. You want to use them, you want to fight with them, which was why this came pretty naturally to me. Again, we'll go over the build path. We rush Sunfire Cape. You do not need to rush Sunfire Cape. I think Bammy's Cinder is a must buy as your first item, just maybe to help with the wave clear. So if you go against someone that deals magic damage, you can go Bammy's Cinder into, Spirit Visage. That'd be perfectly fine. Excuse me, but like I said, I went Sunfire Cape into Titanic Hydra just to rush the HP, get a lot of HP, stack HP, and then from there I went Frozen Heart and Merc Treads. I don't think I need to go Merc Treads though. I think if I wanted MR, I would just go like Banshees. But this went really well. I like this champion. I like it a lot. Their Illaoi went 08 no. God bless. Sorry. Again, if you do not understand any portion of this video, try and rewind it. Just watch it over again. Watch it slowly. The only fight that may be confusing is the one here with the Alistair and the Illaoi because there were just tentacles everywhere and I didn't know whose was who. So I couldn't break that down. But if you have any questions, please ask me in the comment section. I'm going to be spamming Illaoi whenever open. I'm probably just going to do Team Builder Illaoi just to make sure I get her. Just to practice on her and get her a lot better. But as for right now, this champion's very strong. I like her. Please do not build her damage. Do not build. You can go Black Cleaver because the tentacles do proc it, but I don't think you need it. Like, you deal a lot of damage already. So just go like Sunfire Cape, Titanic Hydra. I guess instead of Titanic Hydra, you can get Cleaver, but I like Hydra because of the passive, and you can wave clear a lot easier. And it stacks HP. But again, you can do Black Cleaver, I guess. But again, you need to build her tank. You need to go tanky. You need to make her a bruiser. I mean, she's a fighter and a tank. That's exactly what Renekton is. Okay, if you go full AD Renekton, you're gonna get slaughtered. If you go full tank, you still deal moderate damage to everybody. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm very excited. Really, really, really fun champion to play. Again, if you have any questions, let me know, and I will be happy to answer them. All right. Thank you. Take care.